Do it, Jeffree Star. He pretends to be these people to reach out to others to get them to pay attention, I guess. And coming up, we're about to meet the catfisher himself that calls himself White Plastic.
White
He says
Plastic.
catfishing is his second business, and it has become one of his favorite hobbies.
What's eating you? Psychology is here to help you. What's eating you?
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If y'all don't pick my sign up.
For me, but then it turned into something a lot more thrilling. I take these people's nudes and I'll sell it. I'm not being cocky, but I do think that I am that good at what I do. I mean, I wouldn't be running like a multi-$1,000 business
Not thousand.
with being mediocre.
And later,
So we're talking about catfishing. Catfishing is when you think you talking to somebody, but it really is not the person that you think you're talking to. And that can be over the phone. That could be through any of the apps, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, through any of the private messaging, parts of any of those social media forms. And so what happens is the person that is tricking you has you believing that they are somebody that they are not. Now, the issue with catfishing is that there are different levels to catfishing. You know, on one level, like we just saw in the video, that guy is basically kind of started out doing catfishing as like a joke, just to see if he could get people to believe that he was like a celebrity or somebody that he wasn't. And those people usually do that. They're catfishing like a joke, or, you know, just like, I just want to see if I can get somebody to believe this bullshit. And then you have catfishers that are out to do it for the money. And that is when you can get yourself into legal problems. Now, if you just catfishing because you think it's funny and it's a key and a ha-ha to you, or you trying to trap somebody, or, you know, sometimes, like in relationships, from what I understand, people, like a female might get her friend or somebody, or she might be the catfisher herself and trying to catch her man or her woman, to see if they'll take the bait, see if they'll cheat. That's one thing. That's like emotional, like you could call somebody emotional turmoil, trauma by doing that. Especially if you are like catfishing somebody and pretending to really like them, and this person is really starting to fall in love with you and really like you like that, and you lying the whole time. Like, that's just some mean evilness. But then let's get into, you know, if you catfish, right? If you catfish somebody and now you're getting money out of them and extorting money from them, that could lead you to some legal problems. If you are catfishing, and let's say you're asking, like the person we just saw in that video, he started asking people for pictures, like nudes and stuff like that. Now, honey, on the dark side of the web, you can sell nudes. Like, you can sell your nudes. You know, I literally know people who need a little extra money, you know, in my professional life, and they need a little extra change here and there. They will sell their nudes, right? It's a whole underworld for that. But I also am familiar with a case where this kid, he was only like 17 when he started catfishing, right? He was catfishing little young girls, little high school girls. And his catfishing business just started going like from state to state. Like, he was getting, little girls from all over the state to send him pictures, nude pictures, all over different states. And as they were sending him nude pictures, he was pretending to be their boyfriend when he really wasn't. And as a result, finally he kept trying to catfish. He was catfishing them money. Like, he was bribing them. Like, if you don't send me money, then I'm going to expose your nudes. Because, that he had catfished to believe that was their little boyfriend. Well, the feds got involved with it because I guess one of the girls was like, oh my gosh, she finally told her family. And they were like, oh my gosh. So anywho, they went to the police on him and they set up a sting operation, honey. And they waited until his little behind turned 18. And they had all this evidence on him. And, as a result of that, like, it all started with a kiki and a ha-ha on, catfishing. And for him, it has currently landed him in federal prison. No, he in state prison. He ain't even in federal. He in state. He in state prison. And then on top of that, not only is he in state prison, he went to state prison at like 19. He's going to be there for at least, they gave him like almost 10 years. And made him, now he's registered as a sex offender for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life. He is a registered sex offender. This all started when he was 17 years old and catfishing, high school girls, middle school girls, which is illegal. And once he turned 18, that changed the whole game. That changed the whole thing. And then you got nudes of underage girls. That's illegal. So they made a whole show about it on MTV about catfishing. So when we think about the catfisher, the psychology of somebody who would take their time, build a fake channel, build this profile, add pictures to it, send a message to somebody, take the time out to be going back and forth with the person. Like, you gotta really have a personality disorder to go through with all of that. So in conclusion, catfishing is not, fun and games. I mean, it might start out like that, but you can definitely your little ass can definitely end up in prison. And with that, I bid you farewell.